All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Devil's Advocates. My name is Mercolium, and I am joined by a nice, wonderful, big group of people today. And I don't know if Jack has got his ears on.
I'll introduce him. I'll introduce him. Oh, that's his phone. That's me texting him. He left it in there. Wow. Okay. So he goes to take a shit and he leaves his phone in his room. So I can't fucking talk to him. Okay. I'll just introduce him.
All right.
He's a good friend of mine. And he's a good friend of mine. He's got a pretty good, decent YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. They got about 2.5 subs. We do some stupid shit on there. It's great.
All right. So, and then, as you know, we have Taps here. How you doing, Taps? How's college life treating you?
Doing good. Living the college life, wanting to die.
Getting in that debt.
Yep.
And then we have, so are you going by Spike today?
Oh, yeah, I'll go by Spike.
Okay. Then we have Spike joining us for the first time on the Devil's Advocates. How are you doing, Spike?
Hi, I'm doing good. Excited to get started.
Yeah, so am I. This is kind of my nervous part, is right before we, doing all the intros.
Mm-hmm.
And joining us for the first time, we have PeninaChan. PeninaChan, how are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you very much. How are you?
I am excellent. I am in the graveyard, so it's the middle of the night for me. And once again, or not once again, but we also have another newcomer, Lina Pie. Lina, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. Can you guys actually hear me?
Barely.
Turn up your volume.
Barely? All right.
This is why we do mic checks before we get to the show.
She couldn't figure out how she was how to unmute her device.
Ah, okay.
Wait, but my volume down.
Okay, that's better.
It's better. You're just going to have to be a little bit louder. So, yell if you have to. It's all right. And once again, as usual, it's never a detriment. We have the one and only Red and Only. How are you doing, Red?
Chaotic.
Chaotic. All right. So, everybody ready to get into this?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, I'm going to pop this on here, and we have the Wheel of Misfortune. This is going to decide your team. So anybody who's viewing this, who's never seen this, what we're going to do is we're going to put everybody on 2 different teams. One's going to be pro, one's going to be con. And then we have a list of questions. It's going to be a nice little fun debate. And remember, just because they're on that side doesn't necessarily mean that they believe what they're saying. So this is all in fun. That's my little disclaimer for the day. So we're going to start this off. On the pro side is going to be... Ooh, PeninaChan. You're going to be taking the pro side for the first round.
I is so pro. I is leet.
And going for the con side on the first round is going to be, Lina Pie.
Yay.
Lina Pie is on the cons. Okay, going back to the pro side, we've got, joining PeninaChan is Red and Only.
Woo!
Oh, this is gonna be cancer. Okay.
You gonna be fun on a bun.
An all-female team.
On Lina's team, she will be joined by, looks like, Spike.
Woo.
Mary's good.
Now we got, okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, what side is Taps and Jack gonna be on? All right.
Yeah, Jack will get there eventually. Apparently he's taking a shower now, so I'll be speaking for him.
There you go. Well, Taps, you were
put 2 B's instead of 2 P's.
Oh, did I? Your name now is TVPPS.
Put 2 B's.
Sounds like a drum roll.
There you go. My bad. I will correct that. But you're with PeninaChan. And of course, we know, who's this going to be? It's going to be Jack. Is with Lina. What a surprise. So,
Sweet.
everybody knows their teams, right?
Yeah.
Pro.
Con.
Good.
Now let's just see what the
And-
topic turns into.
First topic. And see, I'm not doing the spin the wheel on this one. I'm just going to kind of randomly guess topics or pick topics here. And
Oh no, fair. Spin the wheel.
I don't have it set up.
Oh, that's okay.
So that's why.
His virtual cam crashed on him earlier.
Yeah. So we're going to go with being official. And this is going to go to PeninaChan. Is going to be the first one to take, basically take the offense on this one. Should English be the official language of the U.S. and of the world?
It kind of is easy to say yes, because it kind of almost already is. U.S. it's primarily spoken. Most other countries have it as their primary secondary language, and I'm sorry, the Western world won. You get to speak our language, bitch.
And not only that, but almost all books, if you look at publication studies and the numbers and everything, that actually most publications are in English. English has, I believe, the #1 publication rate right now, that even worldwide, like in China, different parts of Asia, Europe, just it's all in English.
What Red said.
I like to watch Today I Found Out.
Oh, all right. So, Lina taps. Spike, to you.
Okay, I guess I'll start. That doesn't seem very inclusive. I mean, we have so many beautiful languages in the world that it shouldn't just be like, oh, the main language is English. We should be more accepting of everything. And I don't know, like, honestly, I think there's so many like Spanish people in the world that we should all learn Spanish instead. I mean, it's pretty much what's going on right now in our school districts anyway, but that should be what is happening rather than everybody speak English. We should be more inclusive. All right, well, I'm done.
It's all about culture and diversity, guys.
Diversity, yes.
Diversity, but why do we need diversity if almost everybody is doing it? I mean, why would we institute any other language here in America? I mean, it's not even actually like real English, it's American English. I mean, even in Europe, they speak American English.
That seems a little bigoted.
Yeah, but language is also a big part of culture, and by trying to make English everyone's language, we'd be taking away people's culture.
You wouldn't be taking away their culture, you'd be encouraging them in ways to be able to speak about their culture.
Yeah, but not everybody.
Would they be able to read their old historical books and transcripts?
Well, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that even for other countries where English becomes their like secondary language, it's not taking away their first language, but I will argue, Spike, that for everybody to learn English is inclusive because we are able to come together and understand each other better.
Okay, but like that's saying, oh, okay, well, people who live in China shouldn't learn Chinese first. They should.
I didn't say that they shouldn't learn Chinese, but they should learn English in addition to their primary language.
But there's a lot of people that don't want to learn English. So if they force that in schools, then that would be a little bit, you know, unfair
but everybody's
to them,
talking about
correct?
like world inclusion, that everybody needs to be together, no borders, no countries or anything like that. Well, if they want to do that, then the best way to do this is everybody speaks the same language.
Yes.
And then they can have their own individual languages to back up and, you know, stick true to their own culture and heritage. But at least they'd be able to speak to everybody else about what's going on and less confusion and misunderstandings.
But that wouldn't have to be English. We could choose any other language.
Exactly.
But most of the world already speaks English, so why reverse it?
Not most of the world. A good portion of the world, but not most of the world.
Not everybody wants to learn English just because us Americans want them to learn it, you know?
Unfortunately, if they don't, I mean, they could choose not to, but the consequence of not doing so is they could lose out on potential deals, jobs, trades, other things that would keep, you know, worldwide cohesion.
So by making English the official language, it would be making it harder for other countries who don't want to speak that language to communicate with each other. You'd be annexing them.
But right now, English is the third language spoken worldwide with 328 million speakers, followed by Spanish and then Mandarin Chinese. But those two languages are mostly exclusive to their regions. English is worldwide.
So I have one more thing to say about this. This also is just another like way of making America look like a huge bully, because we're like, oh, everybody needs to speak our language because we're America and we matter more than anyone else.
And we're one of the few countries that actually doesn't have a national language.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what makes
So
America so beautiful.
we need to have a national language so we can at least start to have some kind of culture. We're too worried about saving everybody else's. What about ours?
Actually, our official language is English.
No, it's not.
That was yeah, it was. It was established. It was almost tied between German and English. English won by just a little bit. That was decided long ago.
Did they actually declare it?
On that, I'm actually going to step in and we're going to close this one down. And just to actually back up a little bit of fact, English has not been designated as the official language of the United States. It is designated as the most common language of the United States, but not the official.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, 1 minute.
We don't actually have an official, like we have a national bird, we have a national flag. We don't have a national official language.
See, I heard they were trying to get Spanish to be the national.
They were trying.
I heard that, but I have never heard them say that English was going to be.
If you were to look at it though, with like the American language, because we use so many, we appropriate. So many people want to say what we do. We appropriate other words from other cultures into the American English version. I mean, you know,
but a lot of languages do that.
Like that.
So many languages do that. I mean, we didn't all start speaking one language anyway. It's all languages appropriate other words so that way they can communicate together.
You got a little bit of help from you. So,
Matt, where did you find that English wasn't the official language?
I'd have to look it up again. It was.
I was going to say, if your source is Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, I can't remember where I pulled it up from. It was I learned this a couple years ago, actually. Okay, let's go into something that's going to be.
I remember they were actually at one point. People were trying to get Native American language to be the official language, but there's so many different forms of it that it just wouldn't be possible.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so that was Penina Red and Taps went first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go on to the next topic, and this is going to be Jack and Spike going first on this one. And the question is, under the label or under the topic of the LBGTLMNOP plus fad. And with that, how many people just got triggered? Will straight people be inclined to use a gender identifier to gain better employment?
Oh my God.
We have to go pro this.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to go pro this. God damn it.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know.
Right. I'll speak for Jackpot on this one.
Thank you.
There we go.
Who's going first?
It's to the pro side.
Okay, can you present the question up again just so I can actually have reference for it? Sorry.
I will put it back up there for...
Everybody to kind of contemplate for a moment?
Yes. So make sure I got this right. Lina, Jack, and Spike, you're on the pro side, correct?
No, con.
Oh,
I'm on the
Con.
I don't.
I had that backwards, my bad.
Inclined or forced?
Yeah, that depends on your wording there.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, actually, I could see that as going that way, is that basically they're going to be inclined to use identifiers because everybody is doing it. And or like actually saying, okay, this is my pronoun, or just going completely non-binary so that way nobody could ever judge them and then be able to actually claim harassment because straight people are the only ones pretty much not protected right now. And so if they go in to gain employment, if they say, oh, well, I'm non-binary or this, that, or the other, where it's pretty much non-committal, that's where it's going to right now, that they can't really gain employment unless they are a minority in the majority.
This is actually something that I see quite common in my neck of the world, where the 3 counties that I'm a part of are becoming more and more Hispanic inclined. So it's almost required to be bilingual English and Spanish in order to gain some kind of edge for employment in order to be considered, you know, for customer service purposes, for dealing with dealing with if you work at like in a warehouse or something like that, talking with some of the warehouse people, dealing with customers. It just it's almost a non-said but is requirement. So I could see the same thing being for straight people being quote inclined to use gender identifiers, because if the whole point of it is to take it to its logical conclusion, to use to get quotas, to have everything equal between men, women, and whatever trans representation, you would almost be required to. Yeah, you would have to be required in order to keep everything equal and fair.
Yeah, and pretty much you're gonna have to, and I mean that's what the way the world is going to anyway. So you should just start adopting these identifiers anyway, and you know, pick one that's comfortable for you or the least uncomfortable, and just accept it because this is what's going to happen. There is no changing it. We're not going to fix it, so might as well be included. God, tried to sound so serious saying that.
Lina,
I know.
Jack, you gonna step in on, or Lina and Jack Spike, you gonna step in?
I'll go ahead and start. So being that I work in an office in the workplace, I really think that gender politics should just stay out of the workforce completely. I mean, if you have another gender that you go by, and that's what you do in an everyday occurrence, yes, say something, but straight people should not have to go and be like, oh, well, I'm a non-binary Walmart gift card, and I only go by slides. That's my fucking identification, or that's how I identify. Like, it's just so stupid and so unnecessary. Like, just keep it out of the workforce. Be professional.
I have to ask, hold on a second. Did you say a non-binary Walmart gift card?
Wait, where is this?
That's what I heard.
I'm a Walmart gift card. I'm a non-binary Walmart gift card.
That's what I thought I heard. Okay, just checking.
Oh my god!
Oh, everybody almost let that one slip by. I'm like, nope.
No, I didn't hear that. I was like, what the hell? I heard Walmart gift card. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's a running joke between me and Phil. Like, I'm a Walmart gift card, and I only like to slide in certain credit card machines, or sometimes I get inserted. So yeah, I'm a Walmart gift card.
That's a good one. All right.
So yeah, just keep it out of the workforce, you crazy ass people.
The workforce is everywhere. You have to deal with it. You have to accept it because this is the new now.
But if you're straight, like, why would you go against what you are?
It's not a noun, it's a pronoun.
It's a professional workplace. Get it?
Yeah, like I said, if somebody does, like, think that they are some crazy ass gender, then let them think that. But it has to be like an occurrence in your everyday life. You can't be straight and claim that you're non-binary. That should be...
You're just credit card phobic.
I mean, that should be like, there should be legal ramification for that, because that's straight up lying for attention.
Did you just assume her preferred preference of currency?
Nice. Oh, that one got ripped out of the park. Nice.
Awesome sauce.
Basically, yeah.
All right. I think we've hit a low point. I think we're going to move on this one. Find
one of the funny ones.
Oh, God. My soul is dying inside.
Yeah. Well, okay. I've got lots of souls in my arm. I'll share.
Yay!
Oh, there's actually one that I don't have listed on here. Dang it.
And for all those attack helicopters out there, I'm an anti-aircraft missile.
Praise kick.
I've got one. This one's kind of on the funnier side, and I know it's going to offend some people.
Yeah.
I don't know how we could offend too many people more than, you know, with LBGT, LMNOP plus whatever it was. Anyway.
You know what they say, the best offense or best defense is an offense.
Yes. All right, going on to the topic of the ugly. Yes. Okay. With the continuous controversy involving large people on airplanes, should individuals over a certain weight/size be restricted from wearing spandex?
Oh, I have to be against. Do I have to be against this?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, no. We will be switching up shortly.
Yeah. And I have to be pro this. This is funny.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the game.
I have to think about this.
So this is going to go, we're going to go with Lina, Jack, and Spike on the con side.
I offended a bunch of people in Bomber's YouTube video about this.
How do you offend anybody who watches Bomber stuff? That's kind of hard.
I'm about to be helicocked right now.
So,
especially if I speak for Jack.
Do you want to speak for Jack, or would you like me to jump in for him?
I'll speak for.
Okay.
I'll speak for him.
We'll go for it then. So, Lina and pseudo Jack and Spike, this is to you first.
Number 22, factory player.
Come on, Lina. Don't you want to show some big love?
Anybody?
Okay, I'll start because I'm so quiet. I have to think about this. This is a hard one. Okay.
I don't think anyone should be restricted from wearing spandex. Spandex isn't about size; it's about comfort. Why make it so that people
It's all about
on planes can't be comfortable?
Why are you judging other people's
Yeah, it's
bodies?
all about that body shaming, you know.
Why
Oh
are
God,
you judging
I can't
other
take
people's bodies when you could be just worrying about your own body? If spandex doesn't work for you, don't worry about what other people think. I mean, if they're 400 pounds, they can wear leggings if they want to. I mean, oh shit, I have to be nice, don't I? Shit.
Not really.
No, you don't.
I mean, if you look like a fucking beach
before they even get
whale.
uploaded.
Okay, if you look like a beach whale and you wear spandex, that's perfectly fine because we don't want to shame anybody or make them feel like shit.
I mean, yeah, Shamu, right? You want to go the Shamu route?
I mean, whales are majestic creatures.
Jesus Christ.
I have not seen a swimming whale in like our spandex in a long time.
Oh my God. But come on now. I mean, I've got a question for you. Now, how do you feel about, say, male teachers showing off their junk to small children?
That's their choice.
Just hear me out.
I'm okay with seeing guys show off their junk, but I don't know about parents
children.
and little kids.
Yeah. Okay. So now, this very athletic, fit principal of mine when I was a kid used to do the fun runs with us, the little turkey trots and everything, in his tight-ass spandex, exposing his junk to us little 8-year-olds running around. But he was quite fit. But we're not okay with that because that's obviously wrong. Now, we've got children on airplanes, okay? And now you've got Big Birdie sitting there, kind of, and just oozing out with different testicle lumps showing through her thighs. Do you really want to explain that to your child, too?
Hey, I mean, I can't control what other people do. And the thing about the seats, like was it to buy extra seats, right?
It's calculating the freight load.
Okay, so we should just be accommodating for bigger people. They should just fix the seats to where they're wider. And if it has to make the whole plane wider, then so be it. More work
Would you
for
be up
Boeing
to
people.
paying?
No.
Would you be up to paying their share of the ticket price because there's less seats on that plane?
But the way it works is it would give more work for Boeing people to make wider airplanes for wide loads.
If you're thinking about it, since they technically count as two people based off their size, they're more important than everyone else.
Exactly.
They're 200% of a person.
I was going to say we're looking at Spirit Airlines XXL.
787.
We're gonna make Shamu fly.
A 777 with stretch
on the
marks.
upside, if they do wear spandex, you'll be able to see if they're smuggling any weapons of mass destruction, aka their asses.
So yeah, they should just accommodate fat people because our society is full of fat people, and fat people are beautiful and majestic, like Shamu. So there you go.
Are you going to really want to look at that if she scrapes her thighs against the seats and gets a run in those things?
Oh, I mean, that's
Let's not forget, if she turns around, she could smack somebody in the face with her left ass cheek.
And
or her arm flaps.
spandex don't breathe well.
Come on. Let's be real. It's the arm flaps you have to watch out for.
Stick them out the window to help them lift.
Come on.
In case of an emergency, you can use her as a flotation device.
She'll retain her shape.
I'm so going to hell for this.
Round is a shape. I so in shape.
Yeah. make that a Diet Coke. Orders 27 Big Macs.
And a Diet Coke.
But no lettuce. Can't stand me no lettuce.
No lettuce on your burger.
That green stuff's nasty.
Okay. So I think we're going to move on at this point before we all go to hell.
But I'm already there. Friends there.
Yes, at least we'll be in good company.
Do they have Big Macs in hell?
I hear they have great barbecue.
By the time you get to hell, I'll be running the place.
All right. Oh,
I tell everybody, it's like I'm going to hell in a handbasket. I'm making sure that handbasket is padded.
Just realized it is that time of the round.
It's having its cycle.
Yes, it is. So we're going to mix this back up, or we're going to change teams. And let's see if I can do this. Remembering all
Wheel
the
of
buttons.
morality. Turn.
Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
All right, did that so we're going to mix this. What's that, Red?
I said I did that little chant, the Wheel of Morality at 4th of July, and won a trip to Vegas. Apparently the Wheel of Morality was telling me to go to the City of Sin.
Yay!
All right. So we're going to switch this up. Going on the pro side is going to be first spin. Ooh, Jack is on the pro side now.
I think he'll ever come in.
Oh, Geek is watching. I just saw the little thing over there.
Yeah, I sent him the link. I was like, hey, watch this.
Hey, we were talking about you earlier and how we had you cucked.
All right. And on the con side. Ooh, Penina.
I'm a con artist. Get it? Con artist.
Joining the ever silent Jack is going to be.
You want to let it be me? I could talk for 2.
Lina Pie.
I could talk for 2 too, obviously.
Yeah. I honestly, he said, I'm gonna text him and
we're gonna beat his ass.
Where are you at?
Joining Penina.
Was it a boy or a girl?
Yay, Spike!
I'm con again. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Looks like I'm gonna be pro again.
Well, it's a 50-50 shot now. Taps.
Yep.
I didn't correct it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's whatever. You can see my emblem.
All right, so we're gonna switch
It looks
over.
like a W almost. Oops.
Dude, hey, Geek, you're still in here. You need to jump in the Hangouts. We got a dead player.
Geek.
Yeah,
Why'd you
it'll
leave
be
my
fun in that.
Discord server, man?
I'll send him.
You left my
So I
Discord.
just send him the link that's at the top of the Hangouts.
Yeah, if you want to send it to him privately, go for it.
Yeah, I'll send it to him privately.
And he will basically.
I'm in way too many Discord servers. I'm in like 16 to 18.
I gotta
servers.
trim some down because there's a lot of the Discord servers that really nothing's going on in there anymore.
Yeah, there's so many dead.
Yeah, that's probably why Geek left, because my server is like dead.
So
I sent a message to Discord, like, is there any way that you could have it like specific pop out so that I could keep up with some of them while the rest can like kind of fall the wayside? Because if I turn on my notifications, all I get is the bleep, 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 and I have no idea where they're coming from.
My butt vibrates all night.
And then he turns his phone on.
That's why I turn off.
You gotta have a sense of humor and no sense at all.
Yes. All right, so
Geek
we're
is
going to
just
move
like,
on,
what is
and
this?
hopefully Geek will join us,
Hopefully.
if you will. Mr.
If he
Thulu.
doesn't, he's rude.
Yeah.
How
He,
rude.
he is one of the founding players in this, and he's always a pleasure to have on and off.
Always off.
So we're going to move on to wages. Wages. The question is, modern feminism claims that there is inequality in pay between men and women. Do you believe that male prostitutes should be paid the same as female prostitutes?
Why?
Because everybody knows that a
Am
male
I on
prostitute...
pro on this one or con? I missed
Con.
it.
We're
You
both
are on
con.
the con side. You're
I know
against
I'm on the
this.
con side. Wait, Red's also on the con side?
Yes.
Yes.
It is Red, Spike, and Penina on the con.
Geek needs to get in here and give the other side a fighting chance.
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, male prostitutes should not be paid the same. They should be paid more. They could actually do more than
So,
female prostitutes.
Really quick, Geek said he's smoking a cigarette, then he might hop on. He's not sure.
Don't mite us.
I'm not going to give a complete answer because I don't want to talk for him.
Right, I know. He's gonna mite us.
Also, male prostitutes are in less, in probably in higher demand, less frequent than females. So they should be paid more for all their hard extra work.
Have you ever been to the Chippendales concerts? I mean, women are vicious creatures. They paw, claw, strip, bite, do all kinds of terrible things to these male strippers who also double on the side most of the times as escorts.
Oh, so hazard pay.
Yes, exactly. I mean, because seriously, these women are brutal, yet men at strip clubs can't really touch the women without getting thrown out on their asses. But so it's like, honestly, yeah, no, they should get paid way more than women prostitutes because there's way more of them than there are of the males. And if you also, the male prostitutes tend to be homosexual and they can't really advertise as much as these other prostitutes can.
I thought we were.
I have a feeling.
Red, you're on the wrong side of the coin on this one.
We're definitely supposed to be against equal pay for male and female prostitutes.
Wait, prostitutes and strippers.
So we're against the same pay. We want them to be paid more.
We want women. No, we want women to be paid more.
Okay, I could do that.
Play the feminist role.
Patriarchy. There we go. That's my.
No, wait a minute. The question specifically says, "Do you believe that male prostitutes should be paid the same as?" By being con, we can go the route and say no, they should be paid more than, not equal to.
Specify these questions.
Very well played.
What would pro be then? Like, what would you be pro? Like,
pro would be that yes, they should be paid equal.
Either paid equally or the women paid more.
Okay, all right. So we're against that. All right, cool. Never mind.
We don't want the women to make more.
Yeah, we want the men to make more.
Okay. The men should make more.
Plus, they're more flexible. I mean, it's really hard to get a woman to put you up against the wall in the shower and, do what needs to be done.
And there are less male prostitutes than there are female prostitutes, so they should be celebrated. So pay them more.
It's because the inequality in pay. That's why there's not as many.
Yeah.
All right, Lena, what's your opinion?
She has none.
Well, she does when it's off there. She's like, "Oh, I wish I was on the stream. I would have had so many answers." And hey,
Geek, you're on the pro side of this.
Oh God, Geek, this could be fun for you.
What do we? What, male No, men need to get paid more because we gotta take a dick in the ass.
No, we need to make Geek argue pro that the women need to make more.
No women have to. Like women have a choice in terms of who their patrons are. Fucking men, it's just creepy old like gay men that just want to fucking bugger you.
Ugh. Like they don't clean.
I just imagine their what is that actor's name? He played Charlotte's Web. He was the rat. He talks like, man.
No, I know who you're talking about. He was in like I Dream of Jeannie and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was.
Typical oil snake salesman type voice.
Yeah, he's just like.
He sounds like a human rat. Like that. Yeah, he sounds like a human rat. Like if a rat talked, he would sound like him.
Lena, you gotta jump back in and chat. firing my teenager.
All right. So let's start this off with a new, fresh topic, since this one's kind of a.
All right. So where's Geek falling in? I think we need to respin for sides.
He's taking Jack's spot, and he's going to be on the pro side.
I don't think Lina's coming back into chat.
He'll be a
what did she do?
I think I offended it.
She's a teenager. You never know.
So how many people do we have on pro? How many people do we have on con at this point?
Currently,
I don't even know what team I'm on right now. I just got so lost.
That's all right.
That's what I say. It's like respin.
It's gonna have to. Okay, fine. That's
Geek will take the JP spot.
Can we just take
I
him out of the
I'm
call?
awake enough for
I
this.
don't know what he's doing. He's probably giving birth to something right now.
It sounds like
just like
he's taking a monumental shit.
Just like this stream.
he's trying to set a world record, is what it is, yo. Okay. So we're gonna do this again. Spin to win on the pro side. We're gonna add Lina Pie. The fuck was that?
Oh, I just texted Alec or Jackpot. I'm like, are you giving birth to something right now? But I think he's in the shower.
Jesus, it must have been bad.
No,
Hold on, you're on a stream and then you decide I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
How does that work?
Spike, you're on the con side.
I mean, it's not like it was like an Onision stream and you need to take a shower.
Because it's filthy. Unclean.
Geek is on the pro side.
Why do I always get stuck on the pro side?
Well, this time at least you didn't have to pick it.
I'm on the con
Did you fix
side.
my name spelling?
Yes, hold on.
I'm on the con side. Damn.
He's a con
I
artist
did not
again.
fix your name. I'm sorry, and I'll fix it here in a second. And Red on the pro side.
Pro. Like a pro.
Oops. Is on the con side, and watch. Here, I'll even do this. Let's see. There you go.
Lowercase p.
You got a little p.
You got a little p out.
All right. So,
Appreciate
going
it.
with that, we're going to move on to immigration.
I'm sure the guys in the club would say otherwise.
Okay, for under immigration, and let's go with con side first. As a method to slow illegal immigration, should the U.S. annex every country up to the Panama Canal?
No.
I have no idea what that means.
South America.
No, I know where that
Canal's
is.
like it's like the smallest junction in South
No,
America.
I know where the Panama Canal is. What does annex mean? Like what exactly?
Absorb, appropriate.
Absorb. Okay, all right. No,
Why?
No.
they shouldn't.
They should.
They shouldn't because they are their own country. They're their own entity. They have been for thousands and thousands of years. And for us to go in and try to absorb them would be asinine and totally counterproductive. And
I mean, it'd be the equivalent of the U.S. doing what like the EU is trying to do by gobbling up all these other countries and making them do what they want to do. No, if they want to join, that's one thing, but don't try to enforce anything. And just no.
Well, see, for what they haven't been their own country for thousands and thousands of years. They used to be Aztecs and Mayans, and then the Spanish came over and then turned them into these little South American countries that they are now. So they haven't always been their own countries. So that's only been within like the last few hundred years. So, and then also if they wanted to join, they could. Well, that's why they're coming here. And rather than building this big, huge wall, might as well just spread it down and just absorb all the issues and handle them, because we're basically running it like it's America's, South Central anyway. So might as well actually just take the responsibility, give them some rights, give them the money rather than having them come here illegally and steal things from us. Just bring them in and teach them how to actually make a country run decently.
Are we in the financial situation to be able to absorb them and take over their problems?
we're in the financial situation to do that a lot better than actually just letting them keep stealing it from us.
No, because then we're only getting their problems a little bit at a time, but to completely absorb them, we would have to instate our new laws. They'd have to probably learn English. But there's so much we'd have to do and change to absorb all those countries.
Well, they come over here illegally and they don't speak English.
Lina, you're pro side, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes. If you were paying attention earlier, you were put on that.
She wasn't. She was walking.
I had to get something to drink.
I know, Geek. Come on, pro it up.
Oh, pro annexing of
South America.
South America?
The Mexican up to the Panama Canal.
Americo.
Oh, so Central America. Not
Yes,
South.
there we go. Central America.
Oh, okay. Well, of course it would be a great thing we would be helping those poor people. You know, we can bring them in, we can put them to work, we can pay them better wages, and also we have tourist trade that we can help remunerate ourselves with this action. Let's see.
We already have Americans starting businesses down there to get out of the tax gap, so they're taking their money out of our country.
That's another thing. It's like we can cut those people off that are trying to take their money outside of the U.S. looking for tax shelters.
I mean, if we're gonna go ahead and gobble up Central America, why not also gobble up Cuba and the Jamaicas and all the other islands in the Caribbean? You know, Haiti.
Because we don't have as many natural resources that we could use.
But I'm saying,
so
why,
low for
if
me.
we're going to annex, why stop at the Panama Canal? What is the justification then to stop at the Panama Canal?
Because world conquest can't happen overnight. It has to happen section by section.
Yeah, you got to do it slow. That's what Hitler didn't understand.
Oh, you know that's going to be a soundbite later. Oh my God. But yeah, come on. I mean, it's like we can help with the underage prostitution, put that completely illegal. They fire all the coyotes, bringing the people up here. You know, actually give them some actual trade jobs in transporting real goods, not people.
What about drugs, the cartels?
Well, hell, we're taxing marijuana. Let's just go ahead and use the natural resources.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to take over the land, we might as well take use of their culture, the natural resources, and the extra land that we'll have.
And all their superstitions.
Yeah.
And then we won't have to pay for a wall.
Exactly.
We'll make
At least not as big of one.
again.
You don't have to worry about Canadians invading.
At least not as big.
Well, I don't care about Canadians because I like maple syrup, so.
And cheap meds.
Well,
yeah.
I guess I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. I guess the benefit of going all the way down to the Panama Canal is that we won't have to worry about anybody crossing and drowning the Grand Rio again.
Exactly. We could do boat tours. Oh my God! Could you imagine the sales in the raft industry?
Oh.
Special place in hell.
Kind of makes me want to go to the other side of the border and sell flotation devices.
Oh my God, you evil, evil person.
Well, why do that? We could always, you know, get a hold of the NGOs that are over in the Mediterranean and basically say, hey, yeah, we have people in the Central and South America that would love to come over here. You want to start ferrying them over too?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
All
okay,
right.
I think we've played this one out.
Yes, we have. So we're going to move on to...
Onward and downward.
Yes, to thinning the herd. Speaking of drowning and such.
Oh, are we talking about eugenics?
Not so much. I think this would be more under the classification of natural selection. Warning labels, or say, should warning labels be removed from all consumer products?
Yes.
Against
No.
Wait.
Yes.
I'm pro.
No.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. You remove the labels. Chlorinate the gene pool. The kid who swallows the most marbles doesn't grow up to have children that swallows marbles.
Red. We're supposed to be like, okay, so we're against.
I'm pro.
I'm con.
Oh,
Lina, Geek, and Red are pros.
I'm con. Okay, I was confused.
Yep, it's all right.
the way these
That
questions are
happens
written.
here.
Well, of course,
I'm
we
sticky
need
wet
to
confused.
we need to remove it because we've come to comfort and coddle these people, and we've allowed people to propagate that should have been weeded out a long time ago. Well, this is purely investing in humanity's future.
It's investing in idiocracy by leaving the labels on.
Yeah,
Well,
leaving the labels on, people don't need to use common sense as much. But now if we take them off, people have to rely on themselves more than what the bottle tells you.
Yeah, and then we'll weed out the weak. And we'll make America great again.
well, to be fair, even if it does have warning labels, which everything, should, idiots will still go and kill themselves with it. So
Should a
it's
candy
not like
cane
a
have
warning.
a warning label?
If anything, with the warning label, at least it can it can show you what's inside the product. Especially for, I can think of it on the health side. I mean, aside from just staying alive, on the health side of, like, there are say for instance peanut products that people might be allergic to, and they would like to know, hey, are there what was this made with? Because I am allergic. I want to stay alive, but I'm eating the right foods. I'm doing all this other stuff. I'd like to know what's in the food I eat.
Elsie, I don't think that counts so much as a warning label as more like an alert that, this is what it is. But the irony is that you could pick up a bag of peanuts and it has a peanut allergen warning on it.
But then you could also pick up a bag of something that was made with also made with cocoa, and they're like, this product was made in a factory that also makes peanut products.
And if people pay attention to the world, though, they have to realize that most things made in factories, like cereals, grains, or anything like that, have come in contact with some form of nut. I mean, most people with peanut allergies I know are just like, oh, yeah, no, that's granola bar. I'm not even going to try. Oh, wait, no, that's a cereal made in another warehouse full of cereals that might have nuts in it. Nope. They just do their own research rather than relying on it, because these labels could actually have misprints and people could die from that. So, I mean, I think the only reason they really have warning labels anymore is really to prevent lawsuits. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody's health. It's just because everybody got all sue happy and wanted a reason to sue. I mean, do you think toddlers read the side of the mop bucket that says, don't put your child in here?
I want to put my child in there.
Not for
warning
people
labels
above
there.
2 feet high.
Right? I mean, when was the last time you saw a stick person slipping in McDonald's?
I've only ever seen the person after they fell in McDonald's.
I saw a crackhead fall once in a McDonald's.
That's close to a stick.
That's
I've
close.
fallen in a McDonald's.
I mean, come on, look at some of these labels, like the 5-gallon buckets. It says, warnings, do not let small children play in here. Drowning hazard.
I mean, if you really want me to go there, technically the slip warning sign shows a black stick figure. So no, I've never seen a black person slip in a McDonald's.
Well, isn't that
there
what all
are no black stick figures.
How dare you erase the black stick people's culture?
They were wiped out during eugenics. They didn't read the warning labels. They're extinct now.
That's good.
Okay. I think we're going to move on. That one's kind of, yeah, that's been played now. So let's see. You've done that one. It's cool. Okay. This one. Let's see how much fun we can have with this one.
Pacer. Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
My pussy is attacking.
Oh my.
This crazy little Siamese kitten.
Yes. Vicious
Nope,
little fucker.
that is my battery charger.
All right. So under the title of school, it is said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Therefore, can bullying in school be an essential part of childhood development?
God damn it. Why do I have to be on the con side for this one?
Wow, I love this.
Funny. I know.
Finally something that goes aces for me.
Because Geek is a bully and he makes people stronger.
Why do you have to be a bully, Geek?
Why can't people just have their own opinions?
Every time. So who's going first, pro or con this time? Because this is going to get
Let's go with
toxic.
pro. Let's give Con a little bit of a rest. It's time to think.
Go ahead, Geek.
Bullies are essential for childhood development. Otherwise, we just develop these groups of pussies that can't handle any type of criticism or dissension. I truly believe that a bully is what humbles adults. Otherwise, we have these entitled millennials that cry and whine about life being fair, unfair. So yeah, bullies are essential to all childhood development.
Yeah, I mean, considering the rest of the world isn't going to be nice to us just because we had a tough childhood. So if you're growing up and people are picking on you because of the clothes you're wearing, true, you as a child may not be able to choose what you can afford and what you can buy and what you wear or anything like that, but it teaches you either to be A, stronger, or B, dumb down and let the stronger take over. I mean, you've got to literally, like jackpot, either shit or get off the pot and decide what kind of a person you're going to be. I mean, you can't just let people push you around and just or turn you into a vicious psycho asshole. And I'm echoing back on myself, and it's driving me crazy.
Your computer's bullying you. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I want to conquer it.
Okay, so I don't think that, I don't think it has been proven that bullying can be psychologically scarring, and those are the people that end up shooting up movie theaters and being school shooters and shit. And so I really think that we should try to get the bullying to quit, because I don't think bullying is good for anyone.
But I mean, before they had all these automatic weapons and stuff, and like the Columbine shooting and things like that, what did the bullies make these weaker kids do? They didn't come in and mass murder people or do all these things. So it's not necessarily just the bullying. It's the weaker genetics being encouraged. That, oh, let's just talk about this, and words don't hurt, and just, they're not handling the situation and learning how to get over obstacles. But they're just being taught to either destroy it or ignore it.
There are different ways to go about trying to, learn life lessons and life skills. I don't think bullying is necessarily an important part of that.
Well, I swear my high school was made after the movie Mean Girls. They were the vicious, vicious girls in that school, and they were quite vicious to me and a few of us. But I didn't grow up to bully or annihilate people or take a gun into the school, although a couple of them probably deserved it, but it tested my mettle, and actually, to this day, I still talk to a couple of them.
I'm just saying... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think one of the ways that we can stop bullying is just lobotomize every single person who shows a certain level of aggression. And then everybody will be able to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, and we will have no more violence in the world.
Jesus Christ.
There'll be a vegetable to lobotomize.
Vegetables are tasty.
I can't do this. I can't.
Okay.
I know.
I know this is hard. So we're going to be moving on to the last question here. And let's see. I'm going to give the con side the choice of topics. We have, let's see, labor, EPA, hiring practices, race wars, and do your duty.
Race wars.
Duty.
Okay. This is not one of my finer questions.
Oh, God.
But it is not what you think it is. Under race wars, should future wars be decided with a series of distance competitions?
Race wars. I get it.
Yes, it's a nice good old bait and switch. So
I actually have a few facts to argue pro for this one.
This is going to go to the con side first. So con side, you're first up to bat.
Well, I mean, no, because some countries have people who run faster.
But
Ethiopia is going to rule the world.
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought it was Kenya.
It's going to be the Ethiopian chickens are going to run the world.
Ethiopians are too they don't have enough nutrients.
Ethiopians only run faster when it's for food.
Where's this fat person in America going to save you now?
As long as it's not downhill, it's all right.
Oh, I was gonna say it. God damn it.
Sorry, I beat you to the punch.
Yes, you did. Stop beating me, you bully.
Oh God, you're bullying poor little PeninaChan.
Don't assume my role.
Don't bully
Yeah,
me.
you are an ass.
Did you just assume my gender is bully?
I don't identify as a bully. I'm an equal opportunist hater.
So for pro foot race, actually, I think it was in Turkey or somewhere over there in the Middle East. They actually used to give people put to the death sentence a chance to actually get out of being put down. They had to actually race the executioner through the garden to the point of execution, and if they got there first, they got to live.
Oh, so it's
and
like
it
the
was
most dangerous
especially
game.
for the hierarchy. Basically, it's like it was for the nobles and stuff. It was one of the kings that he was trying to annihilate all the pretenders to his throne, and he couldn't just outright kill them. So they started this foot race. Basically, if you outraced your executioner, who at that time was known as the gardener, you actually got to live. So you actually got to fight for your life. A lot of needless battles. And all they had to do was learn how to run. See, I knew the presidential fitness thing was a good thing.
See on this, if you look at what it says, and I'll put it back up here, it doesn't specifically say running. It says a series of distance competitions.
What do you mean by distance competitions then? Because I know you're half asleep when you wrote this.
I am on my way.
It could be in a car, it could be in a motorcycle, it could be in a plane.
Okay.
Whoever's missile gets there first wins.
Are you talking about the North Korean testing missiles?
No, it should be a race. It should be a race between little Kimmy and and Trump. But I have a feeling Trump will win because little Kimmy's a fat bitch.
Here's a good distance one for them, is they could literally stand shoulder to shoulder and have a literal pissing contest. And whoever pisses further gets the other's country.
See, now on that one, I think Trump might have an enlarged prostate, so I don't think he'll be able to piss that far. So we might be hurting on that one.
You think it takes like an hour a day to pee?
Well, he's got tiny hands to work the balls.
We just got to make sure that they face into the wind when they do it.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Hey, Taps, what's your opinion on the race wars?
I think it would be a great idea.
Oh, my God. You're supposed to be con.
It's all good.
You're a terrible con. Won't make it through college.
War, yeah. War should be fought with guns and stuff.
But what about the fat people? My fat people, no body shaming, and they can't do distance anything other than yelling.
Fat people are the bigger target.
Oh, so a shouting competition. How far can somebody's screeching reach?
There you go.
Oh my God.
All right.
I think
What's her
win that
name?
one now.
So we're coming up onto the hour mark, and we're gonna end this one for the day, or for the week, I should say.
Kim Jong-un has the body type of a chicken nugget.
Shit. Damn it, Taps. So with that being said, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to kind of plug their stuff. So Spike, since you're first on my list right here.
Oh, you're on the list.
You get 30 seconds. Plug whatever you'd like to, preferably a channel.
I don't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I mean, I have one video up of my niece screaming. So if you want to go see that, you can
That's just as equal to any other content that's been put up by the
my channel has one video up, and it's equivalent to all of the
You just call it SJW Rage.
yeah, SJW Rage. Or you could look at it on the flip side, and the people who are anti-SJW are screaming and crying all the time too. So,
but my Fifi.
The Fifi's.
All right.
Equivalent
So-
to them.
And if you haven't done it, go subscribe to Spike and watch her one video.
Yeah.
Let's get that thing up
Watch
to
a
1
real
million
toddler
views.
throw a tantrum.
Can you tell the difference between a 5-year-old toddler and an SJW?
Oh,
Or a YouTube creator.
that she's not even 2 yet, and she's throwing
Oh, geez.
beautiful SJW tantrums.
Nice.
She's gonna put
All right.
Bomber out of business. Screaming frantic.
So moving on, and thank you again, Spike, for joining us. Miss PeninaChan, you've got the floor for the
got
next 30
content.
seconds.
Hi, so I'm PeninaChan. Thank you for tolerating me during this whole endeavor. If you guys would like to check out some of my content, I do talk sometimes on my channel. You can find me at PeninaChan or user/c/PeninaChan. I do some talks sometimes. I do Let's Plays. I will start doing speed paints, and I'm also part of another group called the Gator and Frog Podcast. I'll put more information on my channel for that if you guys want to check that out too.
And we'll get Merc to put some links if you message them to him. He'll put them here in this video too.
Definitely.
Okay.
All links to everybody who's joined us will be in the description below on this fairly shortly, and all the snippets when we do this. Now moving on to Mr. Tapp, since he got to play 2 roles today, and apparently Jack is on
Crack.
kind of.
Alec.
We're gonna mute him since he decided not to show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
So,
Fucking
Taps,
weird.
you get a little bit of extra time. You can plug whatever you'd like to.
All right. I got quite a bit of content on my YouTube channel. Link will be in the description, I guess, or wherever Merc decides to put it. And then, wait, can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. What else? In my YouTube channel, you'll find a link to my Twitter. You'll find a link to my Discord, my SoundCloud, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna advertise on behalf of Jackpot. I work with him. Good channel. We do some stupid stuff. Check him out. You can find his channel through my channel. So yeah.
And we may post him in the bottom. We'll see.
Yes.
See if he joins us in Discord afterwards to play nice.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
All right. And for Mr. Geekthulhu, who decided to join us and fill in a void, which I'm sure
Save our stream.
I'm sure he's very used to filling in holes. Mr. Geek, you have the floor. It is to you.
Oh, well, I have a channel that I haven't really been doing shit because I've been busy doing other shit. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with it in the future, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna be switching over to maybe gaming or some shit because I'm tired of the skeptic community.
It's not even a community anymore.
The Skeptic TM community.
You could totally plug the gaming channel.
Oh yeah, watch the Valentines. It's Andy Worski's thing. I've been working with him trying to. I got a GTA 5 RP server all built for him, and we've been playing on there. So
We could also we could send Merc the name of the channel. Maybe people can come play with us.
Yeah, Matt, go play games.
who?
That was Jack, JP, so I just muted him again. See if he unmutes himself and talks. Lina, are you listening? Nope. All right, moving on, since she doesn't want to join.
There she is.
Yeah, well, too late. She missed her shot.
Lina, say something.
You got 30 seconds to plug whatever channel, Discord, Twitter, whatever you'd like. You got 30 seconds.
I don't have Twitter. I don't have YouTube. I just watch videos. So there's nothing for me.
Okay.
You
Alrighty
can
then.
find her in some of the Discord servers.
Yes.
I made that.
Speaking of you making that, Miss Red and Only is to you.
I do actually have content. Merc learned how to do motion tracking, so I actually do have a little song. If anybody ever wants to know my opinion on anything, that song will tell you exactly. But other than that, I just hang out on Discord and do some mom stuff mostly nowadays. Once the kids go back to school, I'll actually have time to do things.
Yes. We'll definitely get back into doing shots fired and continue up with this, and hopefully get some more questions, some better fun ones, because it get kind of draining on my brain to come up with some of these. So if anybody out there watching, any of my guests have questions that they want to submit, please feel free to. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed to their channels, those who are producing content, definitely go there, subscribe to their channel, give them a thumbs up, watch some of their videos, and communicate with them. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go do it now. If you liked what we did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Either way, I really don't give a fuck. I'm just here to have some fun with some friends. So thank you for watching. Make people uncomfortable. And make people uncomfortable and trigger as many people as we can with some of these questions. So I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.